Oh, hey, hello everybody. How y'all doing? Today is Wednesday, and that means it's Gayle Designs Day. So today is Let's Sew with Gayle Designs, and I am going to be um, making this snappy pouch. This particular one is inspired by the Missouri Star Quilt Co. Pattern, and it has the tabs. It has the snap bands in here, and I am going to do some modifications on this. So I'm going to be doing, so this is with certain measurements according to the pattern. I'm going to do something different. Um, put that aside, and I want to welcome everybody here. I want to welcome those that are watching in the um, bushes and those that are watching the replay. Hello, Kingsbury Crafts. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. So, one of the modifications that I'm going to be doing is when you have a directional fabric, the way that the original pattern is doing measurements, and so then that would be, there's no seam, it's just wrapped around. So if you had directional fabric, then hey, Crafts by Q, welcome in, and Terry Hunt, thank you. If you have directional fabric, then one side, like here, one side, the bees would be going flying up, and then on the back side, the bees will be flying down. So I am going to be doing, I cut two 10-inch squares, and then also this is for the outer fabric, and then the inner fabric, which I call the lining, I also did the 10 by 10 squares. We'll see how that turns out because this is going to be my first time. So you want to make sure that they're flying up and match them front to, pretty side to pretty side. And then you're just going to do a 1/4 inch seam. So keep in mind my bees, and I have to always practice it. So if I stitch down here, that's going to be the bottom, and then I have bees flying up and bees flying up. So that's what I want to do. And so I'm just going to get this one started. I have the the other one already pieced together and quilted, but I'm just going to demo on this and finish that up tomorrow. Oops, I don't need that cord. I need my sewing machine cord. So how's everybody doing? It's middle of the week. Should I be buying patterns to make my purse? I was going to freestyle it. So no, you don't need to have a pattern for this. This is just 10-inch by 10-inch square. Hi, Jessie. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. And you can make this any size you want. And I'm sorry, I should have gone over the materials too. So you need fabric, you need outer fabric and an inner fabric. So this would be I'm sorry about my lighting. I don't know what's going on with it today. Oh, Restream. I'm on Restream. So this is the outer fabric. And then this is the inner fabric, which then wraps around here as well. Then you're going to need snappy bands, but you don't have to have these. You can actually use a retractable measuring tape You can get it at the Dollar Tree. You just need to cut it with something that will cut metal, and then you need electric tape to cover the ends because that metal will cut through your fabric. So therefore, then you can make your snappy band as wide as you want. These here are, and these are sublimated ones for sublimations. These are 8.5 inches. So I need to make sure that my pattern for my width is longer than this. It's this one here, and it being a little shorter. And if you could see, these curl. These are curling. So it's kind of like open here. So if you're going to make your own, you can make them, you want them at least an inch longer. So that'd be a 1/2 inch on each side. I mean, you want your fabric to be an inch wider than whatever you cut your measuring tape down to, which will be a snappy band. And so anyway, you need 2 of those. And if you are cutting your own, remember you need electrical tape to cover the bottom edge. I haven't seen anybody cover the whole thing, just these edges so they don't poke through. I'm going to be I'm going to be making it as a wristlet. And so I picked these up. I picked these up at Walmart because I have Fetch, and so I cashed in some Fetch points for a for a Walmart gift card, and so I got these. You can get these on Amazon, of course, and so these are a 1/2 inch. So I want to make sure that my thing is a 1/2 inch. Welcome in, Making with Marilyn. Thank you for moderating. So you need a pair of that. And then, I mean, you just need a set of that. So these are for a different one. What else do we need? Oh, you need batting. So you need cotton batting. And this, or you can do polyester batting. I was just told the cotton batting. So this is actually Wrap and Zap, I think it is. I get it at Walmart. They also have a cotton batting at Walmart. It's more expensive than the Wrap and Zap. Just to let you know. Okay, so I'm going to demo okay, let me switch the cameras. I'm just going to demo stitching this together. Or again, it's 2 10-inch squares because it's directional fabric. So you want to make sure you match them pretty side to pretty side with the directions going the same direction. And then you're going to, because my bees are flying up and that's the way I want them. So I'm going to be stitching this part down here. And it's just a 1/4 inch seam at the bottom. And let me switch my camera. So you can see what I'm doing. Let me see what this one looks like. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. And it's already over 100 outside. Get something to drink. Okay, so I'm matching these up. Okay. All right, 1/4 inch. How much batting do I need? I'm putting it in my cart and want to do it. So, uh, oh, so just a package. Um, the So so this one is already quilted, and see how these are going up, these are going down, but there's a seam here. So when I put my pouch together, it's going to be both are going in the correct direction. I haven't cut this one down yet. I had, so just a little bit, I made it just a little bit bigger than, and this you just do a long piece, you don't do it in pieces. So I made it a little bit bigger, so when I do the quilting, it doesn't slide underneath. So let me see what the package says. So this is what I'm using is Pellon, and I use this for all of my for my hot pads, you know. Some people use something else called Tinsel Bright or something like that, but that you don't, I don't need that. For this, you don't need this. So this is what the package looks like. And this is 45 inches by 1 yard. Oh, darn it. If I go out, okay. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Testing. Are we delayed? Can you hear me? Thank you. Got a notification and then it thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Q. Um, got a notification and it bumped me out. Thank you, Terry. Hey, Terry. Whoops. What is this one? Oh, nice. Res- Thank you, Marilyn. Restream has some different options. Oh, I'm pushing that back, but this is what I need to. Oh my goodness. Someday I'll grow up and have good I mean, I'll have a good setup, a professional one. Okay, so back to stitching this together. And I need to turn my fan on. It's getting hot. Okay. We're joining these two pieces, the front and the back, together by sewing a 1/4 inch seam at the bottom. after I replug in my machine. And then I'm going to press this seam open. I'm sorry you can't see me over here. I made that smaller. I'm just pressing the seam open. Now you can see, hopefully you can see, when I hold this up, bees are going up and these bees are going down. But when Hi Banda Creations, this is the fold for the bottom. So then they'll be going up and up. So now that's how you do with a directional fabric. Like, for those just coming in, if you're doing an all over and it's non-directional, you don't have to make 10-inch squares. You can if you want. Otherwise, you just do one whole piece. And you do whatever size that you want. This is the first time that I'm doing the 10-inch squares, because my one that I did according to their pattern, it was it was measurements according to their pattern, excuse me, which is smaller than this. I wanted a little bigger one, and I'm actually going to, when I cut up a a retractable measuring tape, I'm actually going to make one that's probably maybe 5 by 5. Hey, Picture Me Crafting, like a little coin purse kind of a thing. So you use the retractable measuring tape, use scissors that will cut metal, and be careful because that will cut you. And then you use electrical tape to tape up. Sorry, I have to wear baggy pants because of my surgical area, but it's too hot, so I pull them up. Anyway, so retractable ruler, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. Sometimes Harbor Freight gives them free, and then you use a metal cutting utensil, scissor, whatever, and wrap the ends with electrical tape. So therefore you can make it as wide as you need it. You just need the fabric to be an inch wider than the electrical tape. So the next thing to do is mark your quilting. Now you don't even have to quilt it. You can just sew the batting and the lining, but the quilting gives it a really nice look. I did diamond. This was the first time that I did diamond, and on my jar koozies, I just do diagonal. I just do diagonal stitching, but I will be doing the diamond. So this is an inch apart, and these are 1.5 inches apart. So I'm going to demonstrate on here, even though I don't have the hey Marliese, welcome in. I don't have the right tool. It really needs to be like, I think it's called the friction marker. I bought at Walmart, I bought the Dritz heat, the markings go away with heat, but I tested it out and I'm glad I did because it did go away. But then I stuck it in the freezer because I heard that that sometimes the ink comes back. Um, the ink comes back in the cold. And I'm like, oh, we don't have to worry about cold here in South Texas, but we kind of do, because there's air conditioning. So anyway, so I'm taking those back, and I've ordered and thank you, Marilyn, for the link. I ordered the friction FRIXTION, I think it is. But anyway, so those are tried and true. And hey, Faye Norman, welcome in. Those are tried and true to go away. So with mine, what I'm using is the washable fabric pin. And the reason why this one is shorter than what I cut is because when I washed the blue lines off of this, which I just spray with the water bottle, and then I hang it to let it drip dry, but it shrank. So that's why I want the ones that when you iron it, it goes away. So so anyway, I'm going to use this today because I'm not going to finish this one today, because I already have this other one ready to go to the next step after you mark it. So hey, Boito Peril, welcome in. So you'll need a ruler for the whole length. Let me get rid of this again. Okay, so I can figure out how to get you to see my whole thing. All right, so you need a ruler that's going to go. I'm going to do the diamond one. So I need a ruler that's going to go from corner down to corner. And this, I have this, it's a 26-inch ruler. Yeah, Cricut just sends me stuff back in the day. So Yeah, no, people keep. Oh, wait. I'm not. Oh, okay, I am here. Yeah, people keep sending me notifications. So, and then that boots me out. So, I'm going to. So, brother just sent me a notification. I didn't read it. I just saw the subject line and it's reminding. So, the 13th is National Sewing Machine Day. So, um, it'd be nice if the rest of the message was, so we're sending you a machine. I would love it. Okay. I need this to be down here. Wait. I think this is just a busy time that messages come through. All right. Here we are. um, and then, okay, now my phone is going the correct direction. I see that I'm still frozen. There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me see where get my chat back. Are we good? Hi, DB. Popping by to say hi, everyone. Running errands. We'll catch replay. Um, right. A new machine from Brother would be really nice. Well, I'm glad that Geneva was able to get the one that I had that Sam's Club had sent me notifications on. Um, and Lena had said to me, you know, to go down to Sam's Club and see if I can get a um rain check. So if they do have it back in stock, I can get it for the price they introed it at. Okay, so oops. Oh, I am fine. I am fine. So I'm going to come back here, move my table over, then go back to that, and then turn my camera on. Okay, there you go. So sorry you can't see the whole thing, but I'm going corner to corner for the first one and come on down. And maybe if I make it not so big. Nope. Okay. Then going to go 1.5 inches. So there's 1.5 inches away. And on my other ruler, I have it marked. So that's that second line there. And then just draw a line. So you're just doing over the whole thing. And so again, there's 1.5. And it's the second row of stars. And I'm doing this not without the batting because I just need this to be laying flat right now. And again, this is the diamond one. And for those of you with fancy machines that does quilting stitches, you can do some fancy stitching. That's what I'm looking forward to if I get that sewing quilting machine from Brother. I'm just gonna keep putting it out there. It's It's got to show up. Hey, precious pieces and spilling the diversity. Thank you so much. So I'm showing how to make the pouch using directional fabric. I cut two 10-inch squares, faced them with the directions going the same direction, and did a stitch. So now this half is flying up, this half is flying down, but when you fold it in half, they'll be flying up, both of them. So then now, so for the diamond stitch, you're going to do diagonal corner to corner, and then you'll turn it around and do diagonal corner to corner the other direction. Whoops, I almost made it. And I'm just doing this one, and I already have it stitched out on the other one. And spilling, you'll love. I did the van. I did the VW vans or bus, and Laura and I, what we did for the month of May is we looked up quirky national things, and VW bus was, I think, June 2nd. So that's why I'm doing the bus. So 1.5. Okay. Oh, I think I get one more straight. Oh, and then I turn it around. Okay. So yes, I'm using the water soluble, but I'm not going to stitch this because I have to wash. Well, I stitch it and then I have to wash it out. So probably can't see. You can kind of see. So all of the lines, my stitch lines are going from this corner down to this corner. Now I'm going to be, I didn't need to turn it, but I did. Anyway, now I'm going to be going from this corner down to this corner. And then it'll give it that crisscross. So today's the 10th, and today is iced tea day. I have my iced tea, and I bought it with my fetch points. And I've already redeemed my next gift card, and because it takes 3 days for those points to process. And so when I found that out, I did right away. And so it cleared last night. All right. So I am lacking room for some reason. So I'm lining, I did it I did corner to corner. Yes, I know. Oh, but you haven't. Okay. So I'm doing it today. This may inspire you, spilling. This may inspire you. So I'm doing this, but I'm doing modifications to it. So because I'm doing modifications, so this was inspired by Missouri Star Quilt Co. So because I'm not using their pattern for this, I can tell you the measurements. I did two 10-inch squares because this is directional fabric. You can use whatever size you want for the results. So I'll be making the 10-inch square, and then you could see if that's what you want, because it will be bigger than that one that Missouri Star measurements gave us. And I'm adding a wristlet, which would be the first time I'm doing a wristlet, and I'm adding a different pull tab, a different kind of pull tab. So I'm using, I call them slap bands that I've had. I got them for sublimation. And what I like to do is roll them around my vinyl to hold them in place. I don't know where that just went, but that's the foot to my tape or my thing here. So 1.5. And if I'm going to continue to do this, I need to mark these. I have them. I have I have it marked on this ruler, but this ruler is only 18 inches long. I needed it to be over 20 inches. So let me see. So here's 1.5. And it's the second line. So Q, what I did yesterday was I got this part done, then I laid it over my batting, and then I just cut the batting bigger than, not, you don't have to do a whole lot bigger. I see people do really huge over, and I says, oh, you must be rich and we wasting all that batting. So, and that was during a live. I know some people, they do extra on their live just because, that's when things go wrong. Okay, so I've done my direction there. Now I need to turn it this way, and am I all diamond? No, wait. So okay, yeah, so getting the other half. Okay. It gets confusing. I'm doing it light because it takes a lot to get. I really had to saturate it last night to get it all out. Okay, so trying to. Okay, so here's that line. So then I need. Got it right. 1.5. So I'm really excited to show you the modifications. And like when I'm resting, I'm I'm resting because I have to keep my leg up, and because right now I just have a drain in my leg, and so anyway, so when I'm resting, I'm researching. I love doing research, and so I found videos from 7 years ago. So this is not a new thing. Okay, this is not a new thing. Oh, I can't see. I just see a laughing face. Who's laughing? Hey, precious pieces. I think I said hello to you. Oh, okay, wait. I'm watching as much videos as I can because I'm gonna make me a purse. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And we're gonna sew together, Q. We're gonna sew together. Let me know if you want to come on Night Out Crafting, if you're available Monday night. Um, it'll be 10:15 your time. We can do a project together. I know I know you don't, I think you get your schedule weekly, so you can't plan ahead. But if you know, let me know. I would love to do a one-on-one with you, guide you on your journey. Okay, I think I've got one more. Wait, I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. Don't get too giddy and mess it up. Second line. Okay. All right. So now I have all of my lines. This Monday will be great. Okay, y'all. If you can't come watch it live, come watch the replay. Miss Q is going to be my guest. All right. So, shedding my hair. All right. So, I'm going to check it out, and I see diamonds everywhere. So, then what I would do is lay out my batting, single, lay it, and then put this over it and smooth it out, and then just cut a margin around it. And here is, so this I'll be doing later. I want to get the green, I want to get some green thread for this because the color, because this is my lining piece for it. So I think that's going to look real rich. And I could use black thread with it. I want to see how the black threads looks on here. And then I have the antique brass fixings for that. That's going to look really good. Awesome. Thank you, Q. All right, so I'm going to put that aside because here we are. Voila. This, you can see on the back how the diamond, and that's how I was checking to make sure, because yes, I didn't go to bed till 4:30 this morning. But the thing is that I fell asleep about 4 and didn't get up till 9 p.m. So I had 5 hours sleep. So that's why I wasn't, I like to be prepared before I go live. I like to have everything cut. So you can see how this looks. This is all one piece of felt. And then you can see, not felt, batting. And so it is wider and longer. So this piece is exactly the same length as my inner fabric. And I didn't cut it down until I get this ready. So now the next step, so this piece is done. I just need to cut it down to fit in here. So we're going to, oh, did you hit send yet, Q? Another thing that is really good to have, and I ordered it, and it's a heat ruler. And so it's a ruler that is resistant to, it's not going to melt. And you stick that. I wish I could get my camera. Oh, maybe I need to tilt it this. I need to tilt it down more. Whew. All right. So it's a ruler not like this. This is acrylic ruler, but it has the measurements on there, and then you would fold it up over the ruler and press. That's a really helpful tool to have, and I wish I had it. I don't. And so the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to fold these ends over a 1/2 inch and press. I'm going to go do that now. And I don't have a camera over here. And of course, I'm eyeballing that, and then I'll measure it to see if my eyeball was right. So Q, that will be 10:15 your time on Monday. Sorry. Okay. All right. So I have a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. And then High Up Designs, book them in. Gotcha. So are those heat rulers flimsy? Yes. I've not actually touched it yet, but I see it. And so it is more flimsy than this here. Um and then it does still have a little bit of thickness to it. So you you will press it over the ruler and then slide the ruler out and then press again so that it's a sharp press. So then after we get this 1/2 inch, then we do a 1 1/2 inch. And this is forming your pocket um to your ruler or slap band, or a snap band. I'm just going to call it a slap band. That's what it is. So just going to finger press it and then go press it. Um, I I might add electrical tape to my shopping list when I go shopping too. Hi, D. Smith. Welcome in. Okay, so that's 1 1/2 inch. And then this. So even if you're making this a different size, the ruler is still 1 1/2 inch, and that's what this pocket is for the ruler. I'll have to ask my family if they have anything that would cut metal. That's my daughter-in-law. Oh no, my son. People as jokes give my son tools. Okay, so that's 1.5 inches. I'm going to press it. Checking it. So a little bit more on one side. Okay. If I missed anybody coming in, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Hopefully you were welcomed. All right. So then you're going to just open this and then measure from the crease to the crease. And so that's actually 15 and oh my gosh, so many lines. A quarter. Yeah, it's a quarter. So 15 and a quarter. Let me measure this. So that is, um, okay, this is good. That's good. Okay, that's good. So 15 and a quarter. Now this piece is to fit inside. So that's quite a bit difference. So I'm going to go ahead and let me make sure that. So I'm going to go ahead and first trim off my excess batting. And then I'll figure out how much more I need to cut off. Um, Let me go ahead and press this. I haven't pressed it yet. Okay. I have a bag. I throw all this stuff in because they're good for little projects. Um, all right. Let me try it this way. My great granddaughter, she's always doing making little stuff, and she uses toilet paper. I'm like, no. I have something else for you to use. Okay, I know I'm going to have to cut down the fabric as well. But right now I'm just seeing where I'm at as far as when I cut like this, somehow I skip. There we go. Oh. I can't put enough pressure down. I'm kind of working on top of things because my sewing machine is over here. Oh yeah, that was the thing. Okay, so that's just going in that scrap pile. Okay. Now let's see what we have here. This is 19 inches by 10 inches. Except for I did cut some of that down, which might have been a no-no, because it does need to stay in that 10 inches. Okay, so here's my seam, matching up my seam. Okay, matching up my seam. My center seam. All right, so I need to cut, here's where my crease is. So I need to cut this much off. You know, I couldn't get that to stay on there. I have them. I have 3 of them actually. And then I need to cut this much off. Okay, so I'm going to mark that. Up Designs, it asked me where my grip is for that ruler, the handle. Hey, Brandy, welcome in. Girl, I was going to bed when your video popped up. I'm like, what's Brandy doing live at 6 a.m.? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's 7 a.m. her time. Now, I did go to bed. I just couldn't sleep. Somebody sent me something that really, people send you stuff that think you might be interested in or whatever. They think they're doing good, but it's like, in my condition, I don't need to be seeing stuff like that. Okay. So, I mean, be kind. I tossed and turned. I prayed, I prayed, I prayed. So if you don't know, Miss Brandy, sipping crafts. Um, yeah, I am a night owl. Sipping crafts got her channel going. To my defense, Brandy, I had gone to bed about 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. And I just went into rest because my leg was throbbing. And so I went into rest and fell asleep. And I woke up. I kind of woke up and saw Patrice was on. I hit the like button and fell back to sleep. And then I woke up at 9 p.m. So really 9 p.m. And I did go to bed. And then I woke up. Well, I was tossing and turning and I got up, play some games so that I can like fall asleep. And that's when your notification popped up. And it looked like it was a new one. I didn't watch it. So this I can use for something else. Like it's 10 inches, which could be a it could be pulls for another project. I already have my pulls for this project. Always makes me nervous to cut so much fabric off. So I might be trying to figure out, because like if I did this is 10-inch square, which now it's not. Do a 10-inch square and I just cut 4 inches off. I might need to like modify my lining, make the lining longer than 10 inches. We shall find out. Okay, so now I have this and it ends up being folded in half because this is my front and my back. So it ends up being 7.5 inches tall and 10 inches wide, which is where it needs to be. And so now it should fit. I say that with a big smile. It should fit in my creases now here. And voila, it does. And I'm lining up my seam to my seam. I normally don't pin, but I'm going to. I'm going to this time since I have seams. I'm not quite sure if it matters, but my teacher said the inside of your garment should look as pretty as the outside. Never forget that. So there we go. So we're not sewing this just yet. We're going to be sewing this. Now see, somehow, okay. So somehow, oh, let me see if maybe it matches better this way. I don't know. Nope. Okay, so it doesn't match up if I match the seam, so we're not going to worry about that. The important part is that the top, oh, okay, I'm wrong. So the important part is the top of this fits in your seam here, because this is where your snap band goes. So we're just going to fold this over, and the first thing we'll do is stitch this way, but wait, there's more. We have to make our straps. So here's where another modification comes in. And this one comes from a Riley Bell video that I saw. So if you want to do these kind of straps, these kind of pulls, this is 2.5-inch wide by 10. And then you're going to fold it in half. You're going to fold it in half and press, and then fold half up again, and then this half up again, and then you're going to stitch, and then you'll be stitching this, and then you'll fold it in half and cut it. So then you have two pieces of 5" by 2.5. I mean, but it's already stitched. And then you would do the same thing if you're going to do a tab for like here. And so this is a what I saw on a Riley Bell video from 7 years ago. The gal's name starts with a C, so it ends up being a triangle. Now she did a triangle by folding in half and folding in half, but her camera guy showed her how to do this. So you fold it. This is hard to tell right sides together, but you fold it right sides together, and then you're going to press it. So I'm going to go do that now. And so that's right sides together, pressed. And then you're going to open that, and then you're going to kiss that pressed seam together. And then you're going to I had to like really maneuver it. Okay, then you're going to, so it's going to come up like this. Can you see? So it's going to come up like this. I'm just going to make it work. She just like squished it together, and it was correct. And then, okay, so here we go. And then this one comes up, and then these come down, and then I will eventually get like her and just squish it together, and it'll be perfect. Meanwhile, I will be manipulating it to get it perfect. And this one, see? And I did this because of the little pennants in the thing. And so I thought that would be really cute. Here's the pulls. So then you want to make sure that is like 5" is your center. So you want to make sure that is centered. And so that's going to be my pull. Otherwise, you just make the tabs. So I'm going to put a pin in that. Now, if you are fancy enough to have, a label, you could put your label. You could put your label like under here or under here, wherever you want it. If I had a label, it would go here, because then my tab for the wristlet is going to go here. So I am noticing that I'm just going to pin that there. I'm noticing that my fabric has moved. It's not all the way up where it needs to be. There we go. Well, welcome in, Rahaman, the queen of wristlet pouches. I was telling them, if you have a fancy machine that to do the quilting, you could do, whatever quilting stitches you you desire. Okay, so this is where I need. And I don't know how far you, maybe, maybe you have them longer, just so it's, just so it catches in that seam. Okay, I'll fix the other one. Okay, so need to move it over to make it, the point come to that 5 inch. And this is a bit fussy if you want, if you don't like fussy. There, that's perfect. But I think it adds character. I like it. I like it. I might not be doing it on my own. I mean, on all of them, but on this one, because of the pennants in the flag, I mean, in the banner, that's why I did it. Okay, so I'm going to move this to where it's just at the 1/4 inch seam, and I can see that this is, I see a lot more because this fabric is light and I can see through it. I can see the seams in there. There, that's actually better. All right, let me make sure I'm still 5 inches. No, way off. Slide to the right. Come on. All right. Good enough. Good, good, good. Cheryl. Yeah, I think it adds character. I like it. So I'm going to pin pin that. So like I said, I got that idea from Riley Blake's video, and I forget what they call their thing. So it's and she did a different size, and it was spent from 7 years ago. So maybe they didn't make slap bands back then. But they were using the concept of it, because they used a ruler, they cut it, whatever, and hers are actually smaller. And then, so she used a ruler, and she um, used the electrical tape to tape the ends of the ruler that she cut. And then, so I put this in my scraps, just doing some things, sit down. I see people saying hi to Cheryl. Is that Cheryl H or who is it? Cheryl Norris. Cheryl Norris. She makes soaps and all kinds of natural body lotions and shampoos and everything. If you have any kind of ailments like eczema or anything, she's your girl. She's over on the East Coast. And I've known Cheryl over a year or so ago. Anyhow, she does cooking and canning. All right. All right. So my first stitch is going to be close to this edge. This is your pocket. And so going close to the edge, and then I'll go close to the edge up here second. Let me make sure my, so tabs, snap band, okay, and then side seams. Okay. So just real close to the edge. because you don't want to take up any real estate that your band will need to be in. So, and I'll make a post and share Cheryl's channel. Cheryl, I know you can't drop a link in here, but you can drop the name of your oh, hi LSB. Thank you. I love this fabric too. I'm glad you come in here live. Cheryl, if you can drop your channel name, then maybe one of my moderators can find your channel and drop the link in here. Otherwise, I'll make a post. These triangles are so cute. And it adds an extra pop of color. These are they're kind of camouflage, but you use scraps that you cut off, like oh, like these. These will be good. I'm going to be using this for something, and it's already quilted. And I do want to go over this area again, so see how good I am about driving backwards. Hey, Veronica, welcome in. And hello to anybody else I missed. And of course, hello to all of you that are in the bushes. And if you can come in and at least hit the thumbs up button, that'd be great. It helps the algorithm. This is a long way to drive backwards, but since this is the pull, I want to make sure that it's secured. Oops. Okay, there we go. Yes. I'm looking forward to that in my future, Robin. I'm just starting with this diamond pattern, which I love. So, just giving a shout out, my guest on Night Owl Crafting for this coming Monday is going to be Crafts by Q LLC. She is a newbie on the sewing journey. She's got a nice sewing machine. She's got her materials ordered. Okay, so that's the first part of it. And I have one more stitching to do, but let's get this side done. Let's get this side. So the way that the gal from Riley Blake, folded her triangle, it's open just on one side, and then it's folded on this side. So it's just everywhere it's a fold. And so she actually likes this one with the two. So everything is all enclosed and same. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, because otherwise I was just doing just straight stitching at a diagonal. So my with my oversized hot pads, you can kind of see it better on the back side. I would do like the squares, that kind of stuff. But can't hardly see that one. But anyway, but yeah, it's fun. I would love to do because I think Marilyn did like daisies or something on one of her. Okay, you could get crafts Q. You could got them on Amazon as well. You just want to make sure that if you get anything with the design on it, that your fabric is not going to be too light. That the design is going to show through. I had seen somebody did something they got from the kids' birthday party, and it had like Superman and stuff like that in there. But then she had used a light fabric for her channel, and you could see it through it. So it does diminish the prettiness of the, unless of course it was Superman fabric, but. But this package that I got from Amazon there was 100 of them in the package. And I went ahead and got that because I got it, like I said, to use around my vinyl, to hold my vinyl in place and sublimate, the label or something. And Robin, I saw your video pop up of you putting your beehive together on that wall that Diesel had put a hole in. Oops, I almost forgot, and I took the pin out. Almost forgot. I need to back it up. Yeah, that machine I saw, and it's online at Sam's. It's out of stock right now, but it's a Brother, and it's a sewing quilting machine, and it has a lot of those stitches in it. I was really looking forward to that, but hopefully it'll come back in stock, and hopefully I'll have the cash at the time for it. Okay, I did really good. A lot of material to go through with this machine that's not equipped for heavy duty. It's not a heavy duty. Thank you, Jessie. Yeah, your husband was really, I didn't know that was your husband until he had mentioned something about, yeah, it's just paper and plaster, to fix the hole. But that's what happens when you name the machine Diesel. He's gonna like bust through some walls. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's her mirror 15 needle um, embroidery machine. It it busted through the wall. Little hole. Okie dokie. So let me make sure I get all the pins out. And oh, I'm not done. Silly me. Okay, so now this looks really good. Thank you, Jessie. And so now I'm going to stitch really close to this edge. And then that will complete the pocket for um, the slap band. And I need a drink. And Robin's Creation, she pops up all the time. She does videos. I mean, she's also popping up when I'm trying to um, head to bed. And I'm like, what is she doing? I'm like, oh, yeah, there's this magic called set an alarm or whatever for it to go up. I know she's not up at that time. Yes, that's your Marine. That's why as soon as I found out that that's who that moderator was. I said Semper Fi. I don't know if he saw it or not. I know you did. You thought it was unbiased that said it though. But yeah. I love my Marines. I have two Marine sons, 3 Army, and then 2 Marine grandchildren and 1 Army grandchild. He's still active duty. Everybody else is out. Although I saw my great grandbaby, they had her in camo. I'm like, oh, are we prepping her for her future? My Gigi heart can't take any more the kids going off to war. Sorry. All right, so there's my pocket for this side. I'm really happy I did these. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. I just had a lapse in. I thought I had to do that again and I already finished it. Okay, so here we go. This is this is this is where it would be finished, and then you would be doing your sides. But I'm being extra today, and because this video is about modifications to the original pattern, so this is what we have so far. Let me get this in. And like I said, if you were doing a label, your label, you would put your label, you could put it wherever you want, but I would put it here. And I'm going to be putting a um, um, a tab there. But this is going to be my wristlet, which I'll do for the very first time live with y'all, because I love y'all and I know you love me, and you will be kind. So this one, so this is 10 inches. This is 10 inches long and 2.5 inches wide. The only important part for this, because it's going to be a tab for here, is that it's 2.5 inches. I need it to be 5 inches, but I had this scrap left over after I did some cutting, and it's 10 inches by 2.5. So why not just do this? And I'd have one ready for the next time, because y'all know I love this fabric and I have more of it. So to do this, we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to fold this up to that crease and fold this up to that crease. And then we're going to fold it in half and then stitch and stitch. So I will be back. Oh, I was going to say, I don't see my other camera, but I see it down there in the corner. Okay, so fold it in half. And yes, I do have to say it out loud so I can remember. I got lost. My iron almost fell. And then fold up the edge to meet that crease. Okay, and then fold it in half again. Ooh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Fingers. Okay. I don't think I finished saying what I was going to say. Robin, um, she goes live on Mondays. Is it 5:30 Eastern time? I think it's because I think I catch it at 4:30 my time. I rarely get to watch, but I mean, I rarely get to catch it because I'm getting ready for my show. But I have been catching it a couple times. And sometimes I'll catch it and don't say anything. Hey, I'm biased. In the bush is working and listening. Okay. Um, so here's what it looks like. I folded it in half. I folded it I fold it in half, then I fold up the sides to meet that half, and now I'm folding here. So I'm going to be stitching this part first and as close to the edge as I can, and make sure that it's So I'm going to, because I know you should have a leader on there. Oh, 5:05. So it's 4:05, 4:05 my time. Okay. So 4:05 and it's Robin's Creations. But subscribe and turn on your notifications because she goes on live. I mean, she has videos all the time. That girl works hard. And she's almost at 1,000. I know she doesn't like to keep track of that stuff. It just happens, but to God be the glory. I'm hoping to get to 500 by my birthday in August. That'd be a good 70th birthday present to me or for me. Hint, hint, y'all. Now you can, for this, trying to think of what. So for this, it's not going to be a pull tab. It's going to be, the tab for the side that I put the hardware on. I'm actually going to put the hook in there. Let me make sure it's. So, so it's going to be my tab for my hook. So I want to make sure that it's good. So here's, just did one stitch to seal it, from keep it from coming apart. Then I'm going to do another stitch going really close to this edge, and then I'll probably go down the middle because, or I'm going to do we'll see. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Because sometimes my lines aren't so straight going down the middle, but we will see. And Brandy's just going live on her channel. And so please go over there and subscribe to her. I believe you have to have at least 50 before you can go live on it. I mean, she hasn't been going live on it. She's been posting videos. And so I believe you have to get to 50 before you can actually do live. So let's push her out and get her 50. So if she does desire to go live, she will be able to. Okay, yeah, I am going to go straight down the middle, so it'll be a total of 3 lines. This is perfect as long as I keep it balanced. It's the same width as my presser foot here. Thank you all. Open your fingers and let the fabric glide through them. Open my fingers and let the fabric glide through. Oh, first. You'll have to show me. I don't know how to do that because this machine is a craft machine. It has no speeds and it's rough. good. So Brandy is up to 62 now. Thank you, Marlies. Hey, that was good. Okay, so this is my tab for my wristlet. I have to remind myself. Okay, so wait a minute. That's more than I need. Oh, no, wait. By the inches. That is more than I need. I was going to cut it in half. Let's see. In my mind, okay. All right, all you pros out there that do these, how long do you make this? I know this is how it needs to go because this is going to be French seams. So if I did it like this, then that's a total of 2 inches. Let me see anybody out there. Okay, so if I did this 2 inches and I still have like that much seam. Okay, nope, I need more than that. That's just going to be a little peekaboo. Well, I was going to do it 5 inches. Let's see. Let me just do that. So this is 10 inches. I'm going to cut this in half. So then saving the other one for another day. And for those of you just coming in, my guest on Night Owl Crafting will be Miss Q, Crafts by Q, LLC. And she is beginning her sewing journey. And so she'll be coming on live with me this coming Monday night. And she will be learning how to make what we're making, this slap band purse. All right. So I cut this in half, so it's 5 inches. So I'm going to fold it in half. And I think do I stitch it going across here? I think I do. I am tuning in. Hey, Bonded. Okay, you're tuning in Monday night. Yes, we got to support Q on her journey. Because she originally said, nope, I want a sewing machine. I want an embroidery machine. I'm not going to be. So since she tried a sewing machine and she is sewing, so she's learning. All right, so I'm thinking that I did go across there. I know a lot of you are watching while you're working and couldn't respond fast enough. So there we go. Now this is my first time doing this. Making this. So this here is the modification. These pulls are a modification. And come watch Gayle get me all the way together. Uh, so anyway, and then also the modification is I did 2 10-inch squares, which then I had to cut it down quite a bit to fit into the lining, which is also 10-inch squares. So I think I need to make the lining longer if I want the purse to be longer, because this is going to end up being 7.5. This is going to end up being 7.5 inches, which is still bigger than this one. Oh, quite a bit bigger. But I still have my seams to do, so but it is going to give more room in here. Sorry, still on the phone with HP. My printer at my mom's stopped working. Can I keep it checking back? Filling. Okay, so oh, let me fold it in half so I can kind of eyeball where. And because this is French seams, you really don't want excess past here, but I'm going to do it there for now, and then I'm going to trim it. Let me see if that's where I want it. Okay, I think I want it right there. Someday I'll grow up and have some clips, but meanwhile, Dollar Tree. Okay, I think that's where I want it. And just making sure the lining is good underneath, not buckled up. Well, I'm excited. Ouch. Okay. Alrighty. So got this here, and I've never seen anybody tape it down, but guess what Gayle's gonna do? I'm gonna tape it. I just wanna keep it keep it out of my way, because you may or may not have seen me. Um, I actually sewed through my metal ruler, pushing underneath there. So I want to keep this out of line of fire. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and wait, because this is French seams. Oops, I didn't put my bands in. So we're going to slip our bands in there, and they do have to be in there before you sew the sides in. This is really good. I like the width of this. That's so much better than my first purse, because that one, my width shrank. I have lots of room here. And and it's nice to wiggle it around. Oh, and so when you're putting the bands in, this side is concaved and this is like the bump. This is the side that you want here, and this is the concave part here. So otherwise it just turns differently. So, and I'm sticking this above the now this one's a little bit tighter. Let's see if I can get in on this side. Okay. So this one might have stitched it too far. So let's see. It's a real tight fit there. So my fold might not have been enough. And if you do the ruler with the electrical tape, then you don't have all this extra fabric on here. Okay, Picture Me Crafting, thank you for driving safely. So thank you, Cheryl. So I'm gonna try and get it in. Otherwise, I gotta take all of this out. Because I can't sew it with it not being, with the slap band not being in there. Okay, it's going. Oh, you can't see. So it's also curling up on me. Oh, I had the first one went in so smoothly. Let me see, how it is this. Oh, it's 1.25 inches instead of 1.5 inches. Somewhere I lost some size. Hopefully with me struggling to get this in there that it's still gonna work and not look bad being too tight. At least I know it's long enough. Wide enough. All right. I see I'm down here to the, now what they think. Okay, so I went too far. Don't have to be that far. So you want to make sure, because these, so this, my project is wider than my bands, which is good. Because it wasn't on my other, on the first one. So I just need to push this in. I pushed it too far. So I just want to center it. And guess what Gayle's going to do? I'm going to get some help. So I'm going to reach in here and grab a hold of that because no sense in hurting my hands. Okay. So just want to get that even. I can pull it this way some more. Then I won't have to move them again. Move it again. Okay, so this is an inch, and this is not quite an inch, but that's okay. All right. Now we can carry on. So, because this is a French seam, and French seams, you put your wrong sides together. And you actually want to trim up all these threads so that they don't show. So you put your wrong sides together and then you stitch, and then you're going to turn it wrong side out and stitch again, which then will close up all of these seams. That's how I used to do all of my clothes back when I was a dressmaker, and I made men's suits too. So I don't know what to call. I didn't even know sewist. When did we start calling seamstress a sewist, or did sewist just come along because you sew other things? I don't know. But anyway, so want to make sure that this is smooth here, and I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to stick a pin in it, and then this side, I'm going to be stitching it this direction because you go from bottom up. Make sure that's smooth underneath there. It's always one side is where I can't get the fabric smooth. So I'm matching up my bands. Okay. And out of the videos that I saw, I did see that I'm not the only one that struggles with that lining um, uh, gapping in there. I don't know if you can see it, but just want to get it smoothed out, and there we go. All right. So, but this one I'm stitching up this way. Okay. All right. Let me have a drink. It is hot in here. I have the ceiling fan and the regular fan plus the air conditioner, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the air conditioner down a little bit more because I'm getting in pain that it's hot. I have these 3 lights plus my iron is on. I can turn the iron off. I don't need that anymore. It's not one of those automatic ones. So I found my little split to my holder. All right, y'all ready? I'm ready. So I'm moving it over to a zigzag stitch. So I started to say, so French seams was what I used to do. I think we did a lot of French seams before sergers came out. And so after that, then of course I serged all my seams and stuff. I no longer have my serger, which I wish I did, but I don't. And I would upgrade my sewing machine and upgrade my embroidery machine prior to getting another serger. And of course, I do need another laptop too. All right, so I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch close to the edge. And I forgot I unplugged my machine so that I don't trip over a cord. So that's why I was like pushing and it wouldn't go. Anyway, so this first stitch, I'm just doing a zigzag stitch as close to the edge as I can get. You don't have to, you can do what you're comfortable with, but you do, I do, my first stitch, you're matching your wrong sides together. So your right sides are out. And I do this first stitch is as close to the edge as I can get. And then we're going to trim it. Hey, Vicki, welcome in. Thank you. Walmart. And this is a straight stitch. So let me stop that. I'm like, I changed it, but it's a straight stitch. Zigzag is G. Okay. It's a lot of layers. It's 2 layers of the batting and 4 layers of fabric. And now we're getting to the zip or the zipper pull. No zippers yet. And again, making sure that I can't see, but I'm making sure that the metal from the slat band is not going to get in the stitching. Okay. And I'll trim this. I'll trim this before I turn it over. Here's see how the snap band is already, it's curling up. Okay, and then so we're going to come on this side. I'm going to check my lining again. Stick my finger in there and it makes it come up. All right. This fabric is one of the fabrics that I look at it and it just gives me happy thoughts. And I really love that I chose to do these kind of pulls and in that color. Okay. Did you say those snap bands are at Walmart, going through Amazon, will be here later than Monday? Okay. I think that you can get them at Walmart. I got mine a couple of years. Well, let me see. I've been here. So I got them in 2023. So 3 years ago. Um, so I'm just trimming all these loose threads. Um, and then this fabric is uneven here. And then this here, I'll be trimming this off here. And the lining poking out there. Okay, and then I noticed that I didn't catch I didn't catch this here. Maybe I'll be okay. And then again, maybe I'll just do another stitch. So I'm going to push this over to the edge there, and I'm just going to stitch close to the edge again because it didn't capture this, which it will capture in the next stitch, but I just want to make sure that I get a zigzag stitch on this so that we don't have any mishaps in the future of this bag. Because what happens is it comes up into the feet, the foot. Okay. I have my little waste basket here to put that I'm putting my threads in, but it's sitting right next to my coffee cup. And so I have to make sure I'm not putting it in my coffee cup and make sure it goes in the. That's nice bonded. She's coming live with me. Oh yeah, you said you'll be listening in. Okay, so there I retrimmed that. Good. And so now now we're going to turn this wrong side out and stitch again, the final stitch. So I'm bringing it out. It's so pretty. It's even this aqua fabric makes me happy. Then I use my bone folder to poke. Right now that's my finger. You want to make sure that before you do this last stitch that you you get that. All right, let's see. And on these bigger ones, you can actually end up, after you do this next stitch, because you definitely want to finish off this French seam, because then it will be because then it finishes this off. Because right now I have raw edges showing on the outside of this, and then you stitch it again, and then see everything is enclosed. And when after you get this done, you can actually box your bottom here if you wanted to. And I'm getting better at this because the little purses I make do that. So you're not going to cut anything. You're just going to pinch this corner here and stitch across. And so then your little pouch will stand up because it'll have a flat bottom. I'm not ready to do that yet because my machine, that's a lot of layers to go through. So anyway, I don't need her to choke on me and not be able to work because, oh my goodness, that would be horrible to not have her at all. And I was thinking, if I get that other one, then I could give this to my great granddaughter. However, I've never had a computerized machine before. Vicky, I'll be 70 in August. I have I have ridden in a few of those. I mean, that's what we had. And now in my teen years, my hippie free love and free oh, excuse me, not free love and free living. I was not a free lover. Anyway, um in my hippie days, carefree, that's what I meant to say, carefree. We're just like, hey, you want to go to, and so yep, grabbed my suede purse with all the fringe and sunglasses, and off we went. Okay, so I got my corners the best I can, and I've got these stitches here that came through from the other side. So I'm going to trim those really close without clipping my zigzag stitch, which, by the way, I'm going to change it back to regular stitch. I've got my corner out the best it's going to come out because that's stitched. And then you can see, um, not really, a little bit here in the stressed area is the zigzag stitching, and that's okay because that's the inside. You don't want this, you don't want anything showing through on the other side. Okay, so this is good, and of course, as you can see, the snap bands are a snapping, and but they'll be fine. So now I'm getting ready to do my next stitch, and this is the side that has my clip in it. So I'm going to roll this out as much as I can, and I'm going to stitch right along there. Here's where my band is, and the clip is over here, so it's good. It's out of my way. But I'm going to I'm going to put my glove on, and I'm just at that age. Hi Renee, welcome in. I'm at that age where I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna work smarter, not harder. So I'm gonna push this out and kind of roll it, and I can grip it better. And I think I'm actually gonna let me stick a pin in this so it quits curling up on me. And get this roll this out so I can get that edge. Is this stitch is the most important finishing part of a French seam, is you want to make sure you get, see, this is where the edge of the first seam is, and you want to make sure that you get all of that so that you don't have any threads or anything popping through. So this is actually a 1/2 inch seam. Um, which I don't have a 1/2 inch marked. So I'm gonna, let me see what this is. Okay, so yeah, if I did a 1/2 inch seam, it it will definitely capture that. So need to be, all right, let me mark it. So, hey, Lena, welcome in. Okay, so here's my package. Okay. All righty, let's do this. All right, so I'm going to stick it because it is really thick. So I have to get it under there and then I'll back stitch it. This is when one of those heavy duty machines would come in really handy. But I really push this girl. She's just a craft machine that I got in 2020 because I worked in the hospital. We needed to make masks. And it was gonna cost over $100 just to have the guy look at my Viking because I got it in 1971 and it needed to be oiled and cleaned every year, which I did. And because it was a 71, they said we might, if it needed any parts, we wouldn't be able to get the parts. So I'm like, all right. So I got what I could get because they weren't, machines were hard to find in 2020. Everybody became a sewist. Okay, so I started and I started beyond the seam and then and these little tweezers, these work really good. They come in a set in the makeup aisle. Got them at Target years ago. Okay, so we're good there. Here's the metal over here. And I'm going to go. Hey, Linda. Welcome in, honey. Making sure I'm not getting on my metal. All right. Somehow I ran over my thread. Hey, Sharon, welcome in. Okay, so I'm gonna rethread. And this is polyester thread. All right. So we finished that. And now for the other side. Just rolling it to get the seam out. Then I'm going to stick this under and get it positioned. All right. Snappy pouch with some modifications. Okay, so what was happening is that the the band from the underneath part was getting underneath there. I'm like, I could feel where this one was, and it wasn't in the way, but I was like, why won't it go through? Anyway, okay, there we are. Yeah. Now, before we have the moment of truth, turn it. I'll leave that as a surprise for me and for you. And I am going to make my strap. Never made it before, watched a lot of videos, and I think so. I have it, it's 2.5 inches wide and it's 14 inches because I'm using a 1/2 inch D-ring to match my hook. So I did the same thing I did that you would do if you made this kind of tag pulls. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Brandy. So I'm thinking, so I did that, and this, it does fit on here. So um, I think what I need to do is get this on here first. Then we open this up, and we're going to stitch it across here. So then we're going to stitch these ends together. And going to do 1/4 inch seam and a straight stitch. And hello to anybody that I haven't said hello to yet. Can't see the chat. Okay, so this is what we have. So then it's going to end up getting closed up again. Oh, let me press that. Yes, I do, and appreciate them hitting, subscribing and hitting the like button. And of course, I shut off my iron. So it doesn't take long to heat up. So I'll just have a drink. Mm. So I'm going to go ahead and press this seam open. And then I'll fold these back up again and then stitch just like I did for the tab for the hook. And celebrate a lot of firsts for me today. Mm. I appreciate y'all coming in and learning with me and guiding me with what you know and I don't. Okay, so now this is stitched. So now I'm going to close this back up. And I'm going to stick a pin in it. Matching up that seam. Or somebody's calling me, so hopefully it doesn't knock. Let me see if I can just hang up. Hopefully. Thank you, Renee. I have a drain and it's draining right now. Not bad enough to where there's a puddle on my floor, but my ankle is wet. But I am feeling better. I got a lot of rest, even though, you know, it's like I woke back up and I get to go see my family. So they because my granddaughter, her shift starts at 4 p.m. and then she works till 2 a.m. And so anyway, so we have on Wednesday we have family dinner. And so I got a message from my daughter-in-law, and she said that we're having it at 4 today so that she can she can join us. And so that would be good. Okay, so now I'm going to stitch this. I have my seam matched up here. And so I'm going to stitch close to the edge because this is where my folds are. I'm going to stick close to there and then close to here and then down the center. And my D-ring is here, which I'll move out of the way when I get there. So I'm biased to open up my fingers and let the fabric flow through. She'll have to show me sometime. I'll be heading to the bushes to get some chores done. Okay, I'm just about ready to do a reveal. Once I get this strap down. So I know if I had bigger hardware, then I could make the strap wider, but this is what I got. And we're going to make it work. And it's looking cute. I'm excited. Okay, so there's one round. And then I'm going to do the other edge. Okay, so that is, the edges are done, and now I'll go down the middle. I was looking at it, and I think I could get four stitch four four rows of stitching, but I'm only going to do 3. I'm looking at my bobbin. I'm going to just make it. We'll be fine, 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 fine. So if you haven't heard, the 13th is National Sewing Machine Day. Get your sewing machines out and give it some love. I got an email from brother announcing it. Didn't read it because they interrupted my live. I didn't see that they were giving me a machine, so I'll read that later. Okay, so this is what I have. So here's where my seam is. So I'm going to fold it there and bring my D-ring up there. And then I'm going to stitch it as close to the metal that I can without stitching the metal. And this is my first wristlet. Looking at my stitches, but you know, great granny stitching. It would look really nice with more stitches, but I'm just going to do the 3 stitches. So I'm sticking that in here, then I'm going to back up and catching right at the edge. And back it up. Yeah, so we always got to keep our first. So anyway, I'll do better. Doing it on live, you're gonna like run off the road. Okay, so I didn't know how long to make it. I did it according to one that I have, and that's good. So I did this 14 inches, and it's great. Okay, so this turned out good. Let's do the reveal of the pouch, and hopefully I won't need to take any of that stitching out. To close up any seams. So, drum roll. Whew. See how my French seams turned out. Oh, and my first time doing a tab. Okay. My family's getting used to me. It's like when I make something on my show on Wednesdays, then I take it over. And of course, I don't have them out here, but I've made some more of those little tote key rings, which they absolutely love. All right. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. My French seams are beautiful. There's no stitching. There's no raw stitches hanging out. Um, I love the tags. So this was Missouri Star Quilting Company, their pattern that they sent out during their sew along for last May. I can't give the dimensions on that, but you really don't need a pattern for it. Yeah, it has instructions, but and so this is how they did it, was with this pull tab here, and so that's fun. And then I did this with 12, I mean, excuse me, 4 10-inch squares, which I would do, oh, because this was directional fabric. So I showed how to do that. And so that, so I used this so that the bands would still be the same direction. I changed the pull tabs. This I saw on a Blake video from 7 years ago. She did this. This is new to me, doing these tabs. I've seen a lot of the purse things. Um, and I know you could just do a ring here, and then this will have the clip, but I did it like this. And so anyway, so this is my first wristlet that I've done. So this is, it turned out really well. I'm really, really excited about it. I guess this probably could have been shorter. It is a total of 5 inches folded in half. So, but I didn't know. Marilyn, it's what's in front of me now. I still have not made the first stitch yet. It's all cut, ready to go, selected. Oh, the butterfly blocks. Okay. And so this is better than my first one that I did, because I made sure that it was long enough. And so I'm really, really, really happy with this. And so this is the first one. And see, then that 10-inch square gives you more room in the pouch. So I love it. Oh, let me use my poles. I love it. I love it. So thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me as I learned how to do this and showed you some modifications to the pouch. Let's try and move it over. Oh, and so this is my tank top that I made Monday night. I'm trying to move my camera over. So because with it being hot, so this is my design. My digital file is available. It's in my description under my video. And so anyway, yeah, so I really, really like it. My first wristlet. I guess this could be up a little higher too. Helena, look, it leans like yours. And I even taped it down. Oh, so yeah, so okay, so I see things that I do, but I really love these poles. And I chose that because of the pennants on the van, on the bus, VW bus. Oh my goodness. Um, so, and Q is going to be coming with me on Night Owl Crafting Monday, and we'll be doing this. She's just beginning um, her area. I don't know how that happened. Just like you can't figure out how it happened either. I know it was straight when I did the first set of stitches, and then when I did the second one, but that's okay. If they all have a lean, then that's what it is. It's a lean. So anyway, so I love it. Thank you all for being here. And I'm so grateful that I can be here, and and that y'all are here with me. So thank you so much. Patch Hat Crew will be on tomorrow, and I got Laura to come out and sew. So because for the sewing machine, um, is National Sewing Machine Day is on the 13th, and so we'll be sewing. Don't know what she's going to be doing, but I know what I'll be doing because I've already got it started. Because at the beginning of the video, I showed because I already had this one quilted, so I did this one. This is the bees, and so I demoed, how to do for directional fabrics. So I'll be doing this one. So this will be my second wristlet, and I'll be with this green, and then I'll be using the antique brass accessories. And I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the pulls if I want to do that. You're welcome. You're welcome, Marlise, and thank you for being here. And so, ah, all right, y'all. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see some of you tomorrow night on the Pasha Crew. Oh, Merlinda goes live tomorrow at 12:05 Central, so 1:05 Eastern, and she'll be there. She'll be on tomorrow. All right. Thank you, everybody. And Q, I hope you can get the slap bands. I never know. Okay. With Restream, I never know where they hide the end live thing. So, okay.